woke up this morning, the sky was gray. Another storm, another endless day.
So, hello everyone. Welcome for tonight nonfiction writing with me, Manon. We're going to go at a fairly quick space because I want to keep it inside the hour. We're going to use Sudowrite to go through this. Here's my nice little poster that I made today for you guys. So, deep dive nonfiction writing with Manon. So, good evening, everyone. So welcome to this class tonight. Before we dive into our exciting topic, I'd like to remind everyone to please be polite and respectful throughout the session. If you have question or comment, kindly raise your hands or use that little heart button where you can raise your hand or put it in the chat and I will do my best to get to it. I don't see any of my co-hosts, normal co-hosts tonight. So I will do my best to get to your question. I'm normally pretty good at it. And before I forget, I love to hear from you on the feedback. We have at the top of the hour, you're going to receive an email. So put your suggestion, what you think about the class. If you like the class, feel free to share your thought by emails, Discord, or right here. After the recording is done, we can chat as a big family of Sudowrite and most of the time we have a lot more fun after the class and discuss all the little tricks that we want to discuss. So that's often where the people which are shy during the class don't keep their question until we stop the recording, and that's normal. So I want to say welcome to our community and let's get this. So not everyone, and earlier I was talking with Amir about quote. This is a quote that I just produced today. So basically that one would belong to me. Not everyone happiness is within our reach, but the world of bio, memoir, and nonfiction is a vast field with countless stories and endless way to bring them to life with Sudowrite by Manon Doucet. So for you guys who's doing nonfiction books, you don't have to use someone else's quote. You can ask the AI, you can ask Sudowrite to write quote for yourself that you can use throughout your book, and they are yours, they belong to you. Those are your copyright quote. To make sure, you can also go on Google, copy your quote and put it in Google and ask Google if that quote exists somewhere so you're not infringed on nobody else. But I haven't found one of the quote that I asked Sudowrite to do for me that exists anywhere else. And I have books and planners which are covered with quotes from like there's a quote per week, so 52 quote minimum, and one of the book has a quote for every single day, and none of them exist anywhere else in the world, so it's a good thing to have. This is my author page that you can find on Amazon. And here is a few of the book that I wrote. And I can tell you right now, the 5 Minutes to Kill Bad Habit, I did not use Sudowrite for that one. That one was written by me. The Tarot for Children was written with the help of Sudowrite. Love in the Digital Age was helped with Sudowrite. All the children book, I had Sudowrite to help me writing them. This one is the very, very first book I wrote. That's over 2 years ago. And there was no AI. Same thing here with Whisper of Calm. And this is one of the planner I made. That one was done with the help of, I think it was ChatGPT or Claude at the time. I wasn't in the Sudowrite yet. So just to show you that some are totally non-AI, non-Sudowrite, and quite a bit, which because Sudowrite, as you know, can work in many language. And once you know how to use the AI, you can do quite a bit of writing. So it's just a few of the book here, not all of them yet. So I am honored to have you all tonight. You're here to share your experience with me and our insight all together. So we all talk together, ask your question, and it's together we build those classes, because I can teach you everything that I do, but if you have a question on things that you want to do, so I'm more than happy to, like we say, go down in the rabbit hole, which sometimes doesn't make other people happy, but half of the people are happy and the other half didn't have what they want. So we try the best to get everyone happy on that one. So how to write nonfiction with Sudowrite. So let's jump right in. I put down in the chat here the first little document that you can follow along. We may not have time to go through all of it, but you'll have at least access to all that I wanted to teach tonight, and it's not too hard to go along with this. So, Sudowrite, first things, some of you may have an idea of what they want to write about, and some of you says, I want to know write about something, but okay. So if we go for the start and then we have a small idea of what we write about, we can ask through Sudowrite, so help me brainstorm idea for a nonfiction book about. So that would be about a topic. What I did earlier, I says how to start, help me brainstorm an idea of a nonfiction about a diet. So I'm going to switch my sharing to Sudowrite page. And if this is that one. Now you can see my Sudowrite page. Yeah, all right. So let's get right inside of this. So crafting a nonfiction book about step-by-step guide. So this is one of the first thing of what I did into this. So we can go from one and build up a book together. And as you know, I'm very strong in the nonfiction books. So, and the self-help, obviously. So I will try to get in things which I'm very comfortable. Even right now, I'm having a client, I'm going to help him to do a cooking book, and I'm going to show you a few other things. So right now on the screen, I will see if we can get the first one going. So craft a nonfiction book with AI step-by-step guide. That one is one of them. I will go get the other one that we were talking about earlier. Where is it? Creating an outline, that's after that. Speech. We'll get on the other one. So help me brainstorm. Crafting. Where is my little? Brainstorm right here. Okay. So use and to help me brainstorm a nonfiction. There we are. So we take this and you see, I just highlight it. So you can take this highlight and go in the quick edit right here. In the quick edit, you get the quick chat. You take that question that we have, which is not this one. I have to go and copy this again. Why is it when you do a class and you get to the class, before the class, everything works. When we get the class, things don't work the same way you want. All right. Okay. Let's give me a topic on something which will be in the self-help or something easy, not something like in the big financial or money exchange and things like that. I'm not very good in that stuff, but give me an idea that what quick look in LinkedIn geopolitical for children.
Health, medical.
Repeat that again.
Well, I can build on my idea. It's like I'm planning to do the book about metabolic syndrome, and so maybe something like that, or health.
So mental health for children. I want to put it in a bit bigger area of, because we want to brainstorm right now. We don't want to get pinpoint right away. We want to brainstorm.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like brainstorming, maybe like a metabolic health, like insulin resistance, dieting, metabolic health.
Okay, so mental health. Okay, let's go with mental health and see if we can get it bigger after that, see if there's
Right.
something interesting us. So right now we're just asking to brainstorm idea for a nonfiction book about the mental health for children and see what it's going to give us, okay? So let's go with this one. All right, so he gave us 10 ideas. And he's giving, at the end, he says, find the most compelling. So what is he giving us right now? Of course, here's some idea to start. Understanding feelings. That's maybe not in the kind of things you were looking for. So a guide to help children recognize and name their emotion. That's really in the psychological part of things. Building resilience, tips and technique for helping children bouncing back from setback and developing a growth mindset. That's not a bad one. The third one is mindfulness for kids, introducing mindfulness practice that are accessible and fun for children, including breathing, meditation, coloring book, short story, and teach mindfulness. So that's kind of my my niche of what I work with. The 52 series of book I'm writing is about that kind of information for children inside the story. Next one, the power of positive thinking, teach children how to reframe negative thought and develop a positive outlook. Number 5 is coping with stress, a practical guide to help children manage stress and anxiety, discuss common stressor with school. That would be a good one for someone like a teacher, or that would be a good one to do, because in school we know that children can be very stressed. Friendship and social skills. Today, with all those cell phone and texting, help children navigating an often tricky world of friendship. That's a fairly good book for children right there. So that's a big niche to work on. Mental health superheroes. What do you mean about that? Create a fun and engaging book that frame mental health skills and superpowers. Each chapter can focus on a different superpower, such as resilience, mindfulness, and empathy. Those are very good idea. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. The role of play. Explore the importance of play for children's mental health. Yeah, that's a good one. When we were younger, we were playing with nothing. Today, they need tons of toys, and at the end, they're not much different than what we were, or they just stay with the iPad and cell phone kind of thing. So discuss a different type of play and provide idea for games and activity that promote emotional well-being. Yeah, modeling correct social skills. That would be what kind of age group, Evelyn? What do you think the age group for modeling correct social skill for children? Those two one here seems to be in the same area that you're talking about.
Isn't that more like a teenager-ish or like preteen kind of like a vibe to them?
Yeah, possibly. And then there's the one that kindergarten through early elementary, modeling correct skills. That would be, I don't know, you would have to do a lot of brainstorming to get that kind of things for the younger
Yeah.
and SPED kids too. Special kid, yes, special kid. Let me get into the chat to be a bit bigger so I can read it. The awkward at teen, yes, they are. Sometimes teenagers don't know how to socialize. So true. And there's so much bully going on at the same time. Kelly, I'm anxious to learn how to organize my book and search the work I've done so far. That's not going to be tonight, Kelly. This is not the class for that. Organizing, I will teach you to make the outline for your book and then put it inside the story Bible. That might help you on that, Kelly. How's that? I also have a very advanced manuscript. I have problem with developing specific chapter. All right. So let's get this going then. So let's go with one of those that we're talking. Family Matter, discuss the impact of family dynamic and children mental health, providing of the digital age, addressing unique mental health challenge that children face at the age of social media. That sounds bad, number 10. So in all the one I just read, I think number 10 is the one which will englobe everything that you put in the chat. What do you think? I have never used Sudowrite. Okay. All right, so I'm going to copy this. we're going to create a new folder, a blank one. We're going to enter our information right here. That's the brainstorm. Sudowrite always put a title for us. I will put it in my brainstorm area because I have a folder here in the brainstorm. So for some of you, just a small opening here. When you say you want to put your book in order, try to make sense of everything you have. This corner here, that box here is very important. I'm going to turn off this here so it doesn't get in our way. When you come here and you have a book that you already started, or you get all your notes that you bring inside Sudowrite, go in this here and go click on New, create a folder. So the folder we create, I have a folder create that's named Team, Brainstorm, and Outline. And after that, you create a blank document. And all these are blank documents that we have underneath here, okay? And these you can move by grabbing them, you can move them back and forth and put them in the right folder. So that's one way for you to get everything in order so you don't have a bunch of flying like this and you don't know what it is. So one of them is your note, one of them is your brainstorming, and one of them is your outline, then so you can find them easier for you to work with. Does that answer one of your questions on how to organize your book a little bit? It's one of the things that is very useful on that side here is to have your, yes, who's putting his hand up? Yes, Kelly.
Okay, writing a nonfiction book is a very, very deep book about the book of Revelation. I can't use Sudowrite for one, and I've written a lot of chapters. I'm just trying to search through all these things, organizing it. I'm duplicating a lot of work. I'm like, I got to get this straightened out. I have so much going on, and so I'm familiar with this, what you're showing on moving the things around and doing that. Is
Okay.
there a way to search through all of these chapters at once? Anything that's been duplicated? Is there a way to do that?
What do you mean by duplicated?
If you go back, if you hit back on your
Mhm.
page, you hit back, and you go to any of these, can you search everything you've written inside of that for like a word?
If you go inside of it, the only way to search for a word is right here.
But that's only that paragraph. It's only that one file.
That will be in that file. But if you go in here, it's any of your folder in here, which will have a word that you're looking for, which normally part of thing like kids. So if I go on search for kids, I have a folder called kids. So that's one of the way to go about it. But beside that, that's going to be a bit harder to, I have to delete that, to get inside something special. So how many folder do you have?
Well, I haven't been using the folders, but I have, let me see how many files. I've got at least 25 files, 20 files,
Okay, that's not too bad.
but I, I need to add about 20 more. And I'm
Maybe,
getting, that's the problem.
okay, maybe at the end of the class, we can try to see how to help you with this. But I'll have to go through my session here, and at the end of the class, we'll try to get 5 minutes and see if I can help you by sharing your screen. How's that?
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so let's keep on going. I will take number 10, Digital Age Challenge, address the unique mental health challenge that children face, the age of social media, screen time, da, da, da. What I do is I copy this, all right, and now I want more information about it. So you guys out there want to write a book about that. What would you want to know more to bring inside your book with this? Would you put that inside a theme or something? What else would you want to know to build your book? So we brainstorm an idea. Now we need to do some kind of structure on that book. So we're going to try to create an outline and then upgrade that outline a bit. So create an outline on the book title. All right, first we're going to get this. We're going to get that title. So where's my brainstorm emotion? Right here is the kids one. Let's get a title for this. So let's go quick and ask, please, when you brainstorm, leave few titles for this for this idea. So let's see what it's going to give us. Because we highlighted, it's supposed to know what we're talking about. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So growing. All right, so it gave us quite a few. Growing up online, navigating mental health in the digital age, screen time and sanity, a guide to parents, for parents in social media era, balancing act, raising healthy kids in the digital world. We have quite a few of good title here. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it on top of that. We have too much going on with this. I'm going to copy all of it and bring it out of this so we can work better with it. So create a new, brand new, so new blank. In the blank document, I'm going to copy everything I have here, okay? So we don't need number 10 anymore because we know this is what we want to talk about. And now we have to figure out which title we want to use. Digital wellness for family. As you know, we always give us a title when we put something in a brand new document. So yeah, this is, I really suggest for the one who never been on Sudowrite, this is not a class for people who start. It's really to go deep inside how to write a nonfiction. In a single tab folder, 13 chapter. Yes, my book is nonfiction. Okay. I will come to that, Evelyn. I will try, but like I said, it's only an hour class, and what you're asking is a lot deeper. So I will try to get as much as I can. Okay. I really want to help you. Trust me. I know exactly what you're going through because one of my other class, which is on the YouTube channel, talk about exactly that, Evelyn. So I'm going to also get my YouTube channel so you can go check that and see how I deal on how to bring everything forward. In the meantime, anyone can tell me about those 8 titles we have. I'm going to put it in the chat and tell me which of those titles we should use tonight. I'm going to go get my YouTube channel to help her with going forward a bit. And there's a lot of my class on the YouTube. You can go and check. So I've been teaching that for 2 years. And I put that in the chat here. And if the one of you which was in the class last night, you should have received an email with all that we saw last night too. Hopefully you got it and you got a lot of answer. So keep this information because as I go, sometime I go and update the file and you'll get the update at the same time. So which title we're going to use tonight? You're absolutely welcome. Which title we're using? Use the free trial. Yeah, once you're done with your credit in the free trial, you won't have anything else. You're going to have to subscribe to be able to go forward. So trust me on that. I've been working with Sudowrite for even way before we had all those new toys in there because we call that not toys. And they grow so much and they write in different language and everything else. So trust me, it's one of the best to work with to write a nonfiction, fiction, and quite a bit more. So, all right. So I put my YouTube in the chat. So hopefully you'll find something in there to help you. And there's a lot of information also on Discord to help you. Let's go forward because we're already almost at 30 minutes in. All right. So we have our title. Click, scroll, thrive, managing mental health in the age of the screen. I really like that. All right, let's go get our other little quote there. And this one is on the bottom. I'm going to bring it. So you just grab it and you bring it up. And I'm going to put it right under our class session here so I don't have to go too far. So what we want to do now, we want to get more information and we want to go even deeper inside of that. So we need to structure that book. So we're going to create an outline, book title, and then we're going to copy everything else. So that little thing here, create an outline for book titled. That's all I need right now from that little prompt. And I'm going to go here, highlight all these, and that quick edit will show up. Or you can do that little Command K, and for window, if you highlight everything, it's going to tell you, I think it's Control K for you guys in the window. So let's go and get this. That, I already have our title, so hopefully it's going to go forward with this. And everyone knows that if you want to get the version that you have to pay for, you just toggle it and you can have the ChatGPT paid version, which is a bit higher up. But most people prefer to keep just the free version. So let's see what it's going to do with that, or if I have to bring everything inside the chat. All right, so he gave us the right title, so he got everything I was looking for. He gave me an introduction, digital revolution of mental health, the overview of the digital age, how the screen have changed our life. Chapter 1, understanding screen time, what the screen time. Chapter 2, digital age challenge. Chapter 3, setting health boundary. Chapter 4, power of offline activity. Does it work with cloud as well or only ChatGPT? It works with cloud. I will try to show you that too. So here we have, I would say we have a pretty good outline. So let's see, we say we're happy with that outline. I'm going to copy it. The copy thing, it's never, oh, come on. There we go. Copy, copy, copy. All right, so we have our outline. And we have an appendix and a conclusion. Create another blank one. Pass this in. All right, now we have an outline. And more. You copy everything. Let's bring that up. So we have everything very close to us. And on top here, we're going to put down, this is our outline. So script scroll overview. This is our title. Now here you can already start working on your book. So we have our title here, so we can highlight our title and we can go and put down our big headers. So we have our headers for our title. So you can already starting to do your editing of your book right here. Now we want to get a lot more information about this, right? So we have our introduction, overview of the digital age. Do we want here? Do we want to expand what is going to talk about inside our digital age? We can ask for more description or expand. Now, you were talking about cloud. Under the right button here, on the top line of your Sudowrite, click on the arrow down, and you have all those choices there: auto, basically write with magic, guiding instruction, tone shift, or the right setting. The right setting is very important right here. Click on the right setting. Because it's a non-fiction, I don't need the AI to be very creative. I want him to listen to what we want because I don't want him to imagine dragons and things like that. So I always put it at totally 0 or right here to be at least the least creativity. I want it to give me the information about the nonfiction. I like to put 1 card because I know it's normally very on the nose what I'm looking for, and 500 words. I don't mind about the number of words. Now, nonfiction, here are what they call the prose, but it's also our model. So the AI models we're going to use to write. These are all the models that we have access to. We have the very expensive, the excellent, the basic, which is 4.0 and 4.0 mini, I believe. Yeah, 4.0 mini. So when you click on it, you get all the information here. And you can see it's using very little credit. We like to use the 4.0 mini because it's fairly intelligent and doesn't use a lot of credit. And then it gives you a good idea of what you can get once you upgrade to a higher version. Or some people write totally from that. People will like Claude's. We have the Claude's here. We have Claude 3.0 Opus, Sonnet, Echo, Sonnet 3.5, and Echo 3.5, and so on. So we have tons of models you can choose. All right, so when you use those laser tool, you're going to choose your model. So me, personally, I really like Balance, and I really like Sonnet 3.5. That one is my favorite to write non-fiction. So let's go with this one and see. On top of that, it's multilingual, so you can use it to do other language. For fiction, which prose mode option could it have? For fiction, any of them you can use. Like I said, the 4.0 mini, you can use it to see from the start what you can get because it's so cheap, and put your creativity bar higher to go into the fiction world. I hope that answers your question. In the key details, now that's very important to put down what we're going to write about. So we're working about the digital revolution of mental of children. So we're going to put the title and even a bit more in there because I want the Sudowrite to know what I'm doing here. I'm writing a non-fiction book about. Here I'm going to put the title. So in my key details, I put down non-fiction book, not book, it's book, about title, scroll it up, and the introduction is the digital evolution and mental health. Here I'll probably put down for, I'm not going to put children because it's make it too young, but for kids it's more global. Kids. And that's it. So this is the information I was giving, and I want to use this one here. Now, let's get this over here. So what is, if I understood what I want to do, let's expand the overview of the digital age. What does this mean? Do we want more description about it? Let's get the description going on that. I'm just highlight this first sentence and ask for a description of it. And yes, I forgot this part. If you ask for description, it's going to give you the sight, the taste, the sound, and everything else. Before you do that, don't do the same error I just did, which I do that often. Go under that bar here, the description. We don't want to know the smell of it. We don't want to know the taste, the touch, because it's a non-fiction. Maybe the metaphor might be a good idea, the sight of it. So the sight of it. So now I turn most of them off. So this one is on and this one is on. So the next time I go ask, it's going to be just those two. Understood everything correct? Just raise the creativity. Yes, for the fiction, you raise the creativity. Sight. So the digital age is a sea of glowing screen from the slick laptop and a phone in people's hands. I have to remove this because I cannot read everything. Right. So hands of massive billboard and advertising, that's not bad at all. So this information here sounds pretty good for this part of the book. So I put line and I'm going to insert that information here. So now we can read it together a lot better. So digital sea of glowing screen, that's not bad for a starting of information there. Flickering screen, hypnotic, yeah, definitely. The digital age is never-ending stream of bright screen, glowing phone, flashing image. It's constant bombardment of information and virtual interaction. Everywhere you look, screen, light up your world, from smartphone to laptop to massive TVs. The digital age is impossible to escape. So from that little outline we had, now we have a lot more information to work on. And you can go ahead and do the same thing for pretty much every single one of them. So I can expand or describe, so more description. And this is basically our outline. So we're getting our outline with a lot more information that after that, we're going to bring inside the story Bible. So how the screen have change our life. Sorry, I have my contacts, not my glasses tonight, so it's my fault. Let's get this here. So I'm going to insert that and read it here. So bright screen fill every room, from the dim glow of the phone, someone hands bright TV. It's kind of a repeating of the top one. Screen creating a hairy effect. Everywhere you go, your people hunch over their device. It's so true. The screen have become almost an extension of ourselves. We always have our cell phone in our hands. So you can see that from just the outline we got, we have already 933 words in that document just from the outline. Is that like prose or beats? You can go about it in different way. When you do a nonfiction book, it can go very, very well, and you can have your beats and ask the Sudowrite to write it as a prose. And some other day, it's not working at all. All he wants to do is stories. So a lot of author, now we are using those laser tools on top here to work our books from this here. All three of those look very similar. It looked like very close to the right one. That's true. Remember, this is just the outline. So this is basically the intro of the book, the overview of the digital age. The second one is how screen have changed our life. So it's just the outline we're working on here. And we're not even in chapter 1. So I'm going to keep on going on this one, and I'm going to show you after that what's going to happen. So describe this one too. And I'm just going in the fact that we're kind of happy with the result, okay? When you do a nonfiction, obviously you're going to read everything and change it to the way that you want your niche to be written. Don't take everything from the AI says, perfect, it goes in the book, and then you're going to print the book and everything goes perfectly there. These are just, we are brainstorming a book together right now on just that. So it's just to show you how to develop a outline in the nonfiction about children in this world right now. So this is just the introduction that we have here. So what do we do with that introduction if you want to get the book to be written better? Now, because my story Bible already have something in it, and I'm going to show you that part also. Just going to get this little one that we just did with all this. I'm going to copy everything here. And we're going to bring everything, that's the title. Select all, copy. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into a brand new folder. And I'm going to start a new project. And I'm going to bring everything in here. Again, it's going to give me a title. And now we're going to go in the story Bible. Now in the story Bible, let's get into the brainstorm, the brain dump here. So everything we got on the other side. So we got 1,304 words total by just having the introduction taking care on the other side. We go along and do every single one of them, and you're going to end up with probably, if we only have 1,000 there, and we have only chapter here, we have 8 in a conclusion. So we're going to end up with a lot of words at the end just for a outline. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you right now about how to use it into this. We are in the story Bible right now, okay? So brain dump. So everything we got on the other side, our outline, and we just figure out the outline is complete. We have it the way we want. I put everything in the brainstorm right now. We go in the genre. What do we put in the genre? We are on the nonfiction. So it's a nonfiction. There is a nonfiction about. Now you can go back inside your little setting here. Oh, that's true. My setting is on the other one. I have to go back in the other one. I'm going to go get my setting that I have here, which says we use Claude. So I'm copy all the information I brought from the project into the other project. I could make a duplicate, but I will have so much things to delete. It's not going to be saving me time. So I'm very used. Hopefully I'm not too fast to go around. So I put my key details up again right here. So it's a nonfiction book. All right. Now we go into our genre again, nonfiction. So the nonfiction book is about. So I delete that. The title is that, the introduction about kids. So the digital world of children. So nonfiction, the title is already there. So we don't need that. Digital evolution mental. That I think it's important because I needed to know that that's what we're talking about. Now, what else in the genre we can put down? I think that's pretty good on that. Let's go to the style because this is very important part into the style. In the style, you're going to go under custom. All right. In the custom, again, you can reiterate to the AI. This is a non-fiction. No dialogue. And any style of nonfiction book out there that the style of how they write the book, or if you have someone that they write a book and you want the same style as them, you can put it down here. Accessible vocabulary, that's a very good one. Thank you, Luigi. So if you want, depending on who's going to read it, you put down that accessible vocabulary or easy words, depending on the age level. So these are things you put in your style. Now, we can ask for a synopsis, or we can ask directly for an outline, because the outline is supposed to get everything from the brain dump, and the synopsis only have 800 words. Because we have more than 800 words, I will go in the synopsis right now. Another synopsis, the outline. And why I do that, look at that. I'm going to go here. I went maybe too fast for you guys. In the outline at the bottom of your story Bible, you have the outline right here, okay? So I bypass the synopsis, I bypass the character, and I bypass the world building. In a world where I have like the whole day to teach you that, I will probably go down and get everything else taken care of, and definitely the world building. But right now I want to show you something very important about the outline, and I'm hopefully is going to do it. Once you get into the outline, you go to the down arrow. Custom. I hope everyone has custom. If not, send an email to hi@sudowrite.com and ask to be added to have the custom outline. I've been told that everyone's supposed to have it. Once you click here, you have so much space here to do your outline. You can put, I don't know how many words we can put in there, but I did put a lot. So now I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to go get the outline that we got. So this outline here, our intro, I'm going to copy everything. Even the appendix. Copy, and I'm going to bring that inside that outline. The custom outline, and I'm going to paste everything in here. So we have our appendix. So we have everything from that. All right. And I'm going to say use this outline. Just make sure I got everything. Intro. Yeah. Use custom outline. And from here, I'm going to say generate. And I'm going to let him go to town for me. Doing that, any question? So one question is, does outline needs to be specifically formatted? For a nonfiction, I strongly say to ask, bring your outline inside that outline for yourself, because if not, the other outline is about, because he's doing it right now, it's going to be hard to show you. He's already finished the outline. I'm going to show you why it's because they don't have a nonfiction outline. The other outline are more like for novel and things like that. So that's why it's easier to put your outline right there. Yes, what's Kelly?
So I want to make sure something here. You turned for nonfiction, you turned off style, synopsis, and no, synopsis, characters, and world building. Is that what you turned off?
I don't turn off, I just did not use them. So my
Okay.
synopsis is empty. My character has none in it, and my world building has nothing in it. So I only put my genre and my style and everything we did inside the brainstorm, the brain dump. In case
That will,
yes, go ahead.
that will help.
Okay.
Because it came with these characters, Marcus, 4 different kinds of Marcuses. I guess I should delete all these, right?
If you did brought information as an import from a big file that you had and you import inside Sudowrite, yes, giving you character. One thing though, one of the character might be your the one who's writing the book. So the author of the book can be one of the character. Just go in your list of character and see which one will be the character and just change the name and put the author name. So if it's you, put your name there, says I'm the author of this book, and put it down in the character box. This is the author of this book. And put down that someplace there's no dialogue, you are basically narrating the book. And all the other characters, just turn them off.
I'll just delete them.
Or delete them. Yeah, if you put them in the trash, you can always go back in the trash and get them back out.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from. It's 4 different Marcuses. I have no idea where they came from.
Yeah, sometimes the AI can go very far out. So let's see our outline there that we got. So we have our outline of the digital revolution and health. So chapter provide the overview of the digital age, exploring how screen have transformed the life. So emphasis. So he followed the outline that I gave to the right, all the way to the appendix. So there's nothing in there with fluffy dragon or romance. It's totally, he stayed on task. And this is a very important thing about nonfiction. It has to stay on task. So let's see how much it can stay on task. Let's create that chapter. Create the introduction. So you click on create, it's going to go up and create. So here we have our chapter 1, the introduction of our chapter 1. Now, not everyone has the same direction because it's still under beta, I believe, but everyone has the beats, generator beats. Now, it might generate proper beats or it might just go out totally on fiction. So let's see what it's going to give us tonight. For one thing I would do, he knows everything is nonfiction, so I'm going to trust that it's going to stay on the nonfiction. So let's generate beats for our introduction chapter. And I want to point out that I work in one folder, go and brainstorm everything. And once I got what I want, my outline that I want, I created a new project and brought everything to the new project. So there's no mix up into Sudowrite beside with all the other titles and all the other brainstorming we did, because the AI is going to go and find the information everywhere in that document here. So let's see what it gave us for the beats on this. So begin. Yes, Kelly?
What, I apologize. What's a beats? I don't know what that means.
That's right here. So you see here, this is when we did create the first chapter, or this one is the introduction. So we have the introduction here, which is exactly the same thing that we have in our outline, right? Below here says generate beats. This is what expand your chapter or your introduction. This is where the chapter gets written properly through the story Bible for someone who decide to go through the story Bible. Or you can simply go underneath and just go and write everything by hand, everything by the tools up here like we did in the previous one, okay? But this one is using the beats. I'm showing you a different way, many different way to go about it, and hopefully I'm not going to mix you up, but I just wanted to take the outline, bring the outline in Sudowrite, get the outline written by Sudowrite inside the outline, and get everything written through the story Bible to show you can use it too, okay? So those are the beats. So what the AI did, it take the information I put down in my introduction, and it's generating beats, and it's generating 13 beats. So now you have to read those beats and see if they make sense. I don't know why my cell phone keep making noise. So begin by introducing the digital age as a transformative period of human history, highlighting the rapid advance in technology and all that. Illustrate the omnipresence of the screen in daily life. Transition to discussion. So I don't see anything as I read that is going to turn into a dialogue. It seems to stay on task, is not creating a bunch of story into the beats. So, and these I will put into a folder, and by tomorrow I will have everything done onto the YouTube channel, and everyone will receive an email through Sudowrite with a link to a document to be able to read every single of these we did tonight. So you have access to all of those, okay? So we have this. I want to make sure it's going to stay. I like if you were drafting chapter, like how to progress the story or guideline of the book. Yes, exactly. You got it. All right. So I want to make sure it's going to stay in a nonfiction and put no dialogue. I could just play dice and say, okay, it's going to stay on that and it's going to produce a proper nonfiction book. Most of us will not do that. We'll make sure that we go in our style box. This one here, the nonfiction, no dialogue, accessible vocabulary, and easy words. I will copy that. And I will go on to my introduction one. Right on top of your beats. Make space. And you pass that information. Now, you can put bracket if you want, no bracket. You can also tell POV and at what tense you want to write that book. So do you want to get at the first person POV telling the book or third omniscience POV and things like that? So that's where you put that over here, and you can also put it in your style box depending on how you want to write your book. Now, next thing you have to do is check your beats. So under the beat box, you have check your beats. When you click on that, make sure you still have your beats, the number of beats. And you can see here, my header is right here, alone in a box, and my beats are underneath. And this is what I want, all right? At any time, you can change these beats. You can go in and says, okay, I don't want this like that. I want to get it. I want to change. I want to tell them about Peter is the person I want to talk about that book, because Peter had so much problem with digital world, or he had, I don't know, anything. You can go inside your beats and change things in there. You can merge them together. You are in charge of that book at all time. So let's see what it's going to give us here. Again, you choose your model right here. You click on the bottom arrow, and then you can go and choose your model that you want to work with. The my voice is not for everyone yet, but one things once it's there will be perfect is when you have something already written. If you have a big project and you like the way you written your project, there will be a way for you to bring that project inside Sudowrite. Sorry, I need to drink something here. You bring that inside Sudowrite, and Sudowrite will find your voice. And that voice will be used through all the books you want to write by choosing it, all right? So that's coming. So let's go here. We are talking about this year. We are talking about, this is my favorite one, Claude Sonnet. I will stay on this one here. Yes, it is amazing. You're totally right on that. I'm going to keep with Sonnet 3.5. This is my favorite for the nonfiction, and Sylvie is going to work with that. Let's see. Now we are in the fun part where the book is getting written. This is our introduction. And that's very hard to see what is writing because it goes so fast. So it's starting by, in the blink of an eye, the world of transform, the digital arrives swiftly, bring within the tidal wave of technological advancement and shape the society of the few decades with witness revolution of fundamental alternative of the we live, work, and connect with each other. The change are everywhere, woven into the fabric of our daily life. So far is not going crazy and giving me a love story. In the kitchen, her husband, oh boy, I talk too fast. Okay, so he's giving us an example here of what happened in a house. So first thing, when you go in the kitchen in the morning, in the kitchen, her husband, Tom, prepare breakfast with listening to the podcast, which also in the digital world, on his wireless earbuds. Their teenager son, Jake, wolf down cereal with one hand while texting friends with the others. So it's giving us an idea. So it's giving us a small example of what happened in a family of a house. So from there, here you definitely go in and says, all right, this is the introduction of the book, and you go in and add things to make things that more seamless when you read it. So as the day progressed, the screen remained a constant presence. So Sarah, I guess, is the mother, virtual meeting from her home office. This is exactly what's happening today. Come the evening, we still have the glow of the TV, the families gather in the living room, and the scene replicate countless home worldwide. Totally true. Our next section says the digital revolution has brought about remarkable benefits that transform our daily lives. So it keeps on going with our introduction in the education technology. So it's very intelligent because it's giving us about the healthcare, the telemedicine, allow patients and all that stuff. So it stayed in the nonfiction. It gave us an example of what daily lives look like with the digital world. It's giving us percentage here, the relationship between technology, mental well-being, complex of multifaceted. I mean, using the story Bible, that's pretty good, right? So I hope that gave you a very good idea on how to use the nonfiction and start a book from 0 to you have your introduction chapter here, which obviously you go and read and manipulate the way you want. And this you can manipulate right here because you have everything you want here, and then you copy everything and bring it into a document to become a real book. We are already at the top of the hour, so I would show you so much more if I had, like I said, if I have all day, I can show you how to make calendars, and I don't have enough time to show you about the calendar, but it was on my notes here to show you how to make calendars. I also had themes on how to make a cookbook because I told you I was having a client which I'm doing a cookbook with, so we had the themes for cookbook. I had crafting consciousness. I believe this is the calendar part of the session I wanted to show you about. Yeah, that was part of the calendar. Brainstorming, emotional. There's so much information. It's almost it's impossible to get everything here. I also had a bunch of outline that I did through Sudowrite, and this one is a calendar outline. So based on the zodiac sign. And all I did is I asked, can you please give me an outline for the year 2025 based on the zodiac sign. And then I brought everything in. I asked again into the outline. This is the outline I want. Please do it. So January is Capricorn, February Aquarius, March Pisces, and you have the information. And from there, you can make a nice calendar or a journal or things like that. It's just a small amount of information I can give you in 1 hour, and it's like it goes like very quickly. So I'm going to stop here because I can go down the rabbit hole. Any question on what I showed you that I can help you with quickly?
Still hoping you can help me with mine.
All right, so I'm
Let-
going,
let- with everybody else first.
all right. So any question about what we did before I stop the recording? All right.
Toute c'est très illustrative. Manon, merci pour votre travail.
Oh, ça me fait vraiment, vraiment plaisir. J'espère que tu vas venir aussi à mes cours en français.
Pardon, je suis Evelyne.
I hope you come to the French class. You speak French, right?
Un petit. Mon principal langage, c'est l'espagnol.
Ah, okay, Espanol. So we have the international language too that we are teaching, me and Dalia. So you're welcome to come over and we teach you how to use Sudowrite inside and write in Spanish for you. Make sense?
Oui, oui, merci. La vérité, c'est que c'est très compliqué c'est totalement nouvelle pour moi et je ne sais pas comment travailler avec la nouvelle application. Merci pour votre conseil.
No problem. I'm very, very happy that I could help you there. So this is very informative. Love jumps straight to the outline using the custom feature. That was a new tricks for me. Trail to result. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to thank you so much for joining me in today's section. It's been a pleasure to have you with me, and I hope I did teach you at least something new that you can use. Your presence and insight made this class possible. It's special, and I hope you find it inspiring and helpful for your creativity journey into the nonfiction. If you have a moment, please, I would be grateful for you to leave that feedback on Sudowrite. And thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording and take care of some of your questions off the recording. So thank you very much and have a good night.
In a world of screens and silent words, where hearts are hidden and truths unheard, there's a book that dares to shine the light on love that's real, love that's right. So come take a hand, dive into these pages, through whispers and walls, across digital stages. In love in the digital age, you'll find the way to a heart that's gentle yet kind. It speaks of journeys, highs and lows, through endless swipes and hope for prose, guiding you past each fleeting trend, to where real stories twist and bend. So come take a hand, dive into these pages, through whispers and walls, across digital stages. In love in the digital age, you'll find the way to a heart that's gentle yet kind. It's more than a guide, it's a friend for the way, the fears through dreams in love's vast array, unveiling the path where souls truly meet, a dance through words so honest and sweet. So come take a hand, dive into these pages, through whispers and walls, across digital stages. In love in the digital age, you'll find the way to yet kind. Close the wisdom that brings to light, a beacon for love that feels just right. Through these words let your journey start, with a map to the depths of the human heart.